There comes a time where we just won't apologize anymore. Where we just won't take it. We won't take it. The beginning of the end of our nation has been misread. We fought bloody murder, tortured and get water.
Hi, it's Botha again, and the guys from Joy Club and Eileen. So, hi guys.
Hello.
What up?
Sorry, we go remotely tonight because we had some COVID issues. So we can't even sit around the table tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Eileen's sitting around the table.
Is Eileen around the table? Yay!
No.
Eileen's representing us there in our corner. Hi guys, welcome to Stoned Daisies, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to interview you guys.
Thanks for having us.
So,
Sweet.
okay, so can you just introduce yourself to the people?
I will be Jordan Redcage for the rest of this evening. I am the and the guitarist of the band.
I'm Kyle, otherwise known as Khat Boley. I play guitar for Joy Club Cassidy Cassidy.
Otherwise known as
Khat Boley.
Khat Boley.
Nice.
Where do you guys get your nicknames from?
It's
Sorry.
anagram. It's anagrams of our real names. It's all the letters just shuffled into new names.
Oh, cool. Sorry, Brandon.
No worries. And I am Brandon, otherwise known as Ban Hotrod. It's a very interesting one. And I play bass guitar.
And our drummer
Welcome.
here tonight as well. He is Ricardo, otherwise known as R. Nicholas Birdcage.
Yeah.
Can I just say I love your nicknames? It is so cool.
Thanks. I think it's cool too.
All the credit.
Yeah, I think you are the coolest one.
Carl hates you, of course.
Hate is a very strong word.
Only a few
Very strong.
strokes in it.
Okay, so that means there's a fascinating name behind Joy Club Cassidy Cassidy as well. So where does the name come from? How did you guys come up with that name for the band?
The story behind the name is basically when I was younger, I always thought I wanted to open up a bar, like a classy bar one day, but kind of like the 50s Hollywood scene. And then I came up with the name Joy Club Cassidy Cassidy because I just thought in neon lights that would look like the place to go. And then when we started the band, I had the name, what was that name again? I don't know, but it was a really emo name that we had, and the only other name that I could think of that day was the name that I thought of for that bar.
The road was taken.
Hey? The road was taken.
Yeah.
The road was taken. What?
Was that the previous one?
That was
Was
an
that
idea.
the previous one?
Yeah, it would have. It was between that and the Joy Club name, and then the road less taken sounded a bit too emotional, too somber for my taste. Joy Club just had already joy in the name, so and the fact that the Cassidys, you can never have too many Cassidys.
That's why there's two. Best of both worlds. I want to ask you guys if you could be any fictional character. It could be in a book, in a movie, literally anything. Who would it be, and why would you be that specific fictional character?
You guys go first. I want to think of a cool one.
Brandon.
Okay. I'll go first. Okay. I'll be Lucy because, like, Scarlett Johansson. Incredible.
Oh, okay.
And she can do anything. Like, any character that you can think of, she can probably do it.
Like
Okay.
beat them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omnipotent. There we go. That's how you do it.
Omnipotent.
On the frame.
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon.
That vein, I think, obviously, my dream fictional character, I think Eileen knows, would be that's right over here. But I think more realistically, I think I'd be this fictional character, which is Chandler from Friends, because I already live with my friends, and I can't take anything seriously. I make a joke out of everything, so I think I'll just be Chandler from Friends.
That's a good one. I like Chandler.
Okay, Conrad.
Jordan Redcage!
Oh, Jordan Redcage, sorry.
Probably Phil Collins. I just think that he is the greatest superhero that ever lived.
No, but like,
But he's not a fictional character, he's a real guy.
Phil
Hey,
Collins
his voice is
a good
fictional.
person
Something out of this world.
is an anomaly. He is just someone to be reckoned with, and I believe that everyone can be a little like Phil Collins.
I like your answer. I like Phil Collins, and I love that song. Is it In the Air?
in the air.
In the Air Tonight?
The one on
When
Tarzan.
I playing the drums,
Oh,
that's
I'm crazy about that song. I love that song. He's a good artist.
But on a more serious note, probably someone that's actually real, like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. He is a hero.
Why did I know you guys were gonna bring in Goku or Dragon Ball Z somewhere?
Goku is like the perfect human being. He is so susceptible to anything, and he's just a general nice guy that all he wants to do is fight people. There's nothing
He's
wrong
got a
with
good
that.
energy about
Nice
him.
guy, but he wants to fight people.
No, but in a good way. He doesn't want to like fight people like, hey, come here, I want to fight you. It's more like, hey, come here, I want to fight.
Hey,
Get so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. Does everybody have their band shirts on, or is
I
it
don't
just
have-
me and Eileen?
Yeah, I have just the bicycle.
I don't have a fucking car.
Okay, Eileen, wear your band shirt.
I've got a red hot chili.
woo!
Nice. That's a band.
Yeah,
shirt.
so this is the band shirts, and I really want to know why are people so ugly with you, Kyle? Why, when they introduce you at the shows, that everybody goes "fuck you, Kyle," and they don't say "hi, Kyle"? Please tell us why.
It's easy to be mean to the nice guy, I guess.
Nice.
No, yeah,
Nice.
I'm lying. Clearly, I'm not a nice guy. So no, I don't know. I think the reason why the "fuck you, Kyle" thing kind of caught on pretty easily is because it rolls off the tongue quite easily, and it was also just our form of playing into the meme of like all the Kyles and the monster and the Echo Entitled and the punching the drywall and that kind of shit. So that's our kind of like reply, because I am actually a Kyle and I don't really relate to all of that stuff. So that's just our poke at it right back. If you've got a Kyle in your life, just tell them "fuck you, Kyle," because to them it means I love you, or it means I like fuck you, or I hate you, or whatever. Just respect your Kyles, I guess.
So, I don't know if you guys are adrenaline junkies or anything like.
I'll do it.
When was your biggest adrenaline rush you ever had, like in your life?
Conrad?
Like
Okay, well,
there must be like one moment, a show.
if it's a show, I think we all have at least one moment. But if it's like normal adrenaline stuff, I don't think we have like big things. Maybe driving a car too fast.
Stealing a car.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, I think that time I almost died one time. I guess that'd be the biggest one. But other than that, no.
When was that? No, tell us. You have to tell us when that was. When you almost died.
Oh, no, I was lying. I didn't almost die.
Oh, obviously you're lying.
I'm sitting here waiting for this huge story.
And that's
I'm a liar.
that
I'm
explains,
a liar.
that explains why people say "fuck you, Kyle," because I do shit like that.
Conrad?
Kyle.
Exactly.
I myself, I'm afraid of heights and generally anything that is dangerous. So I wouldn't say that I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I do get my fix every time. It's the 5 or 10 minutes before you get onto a stage. That is like a roller coaster because it sucks. It's all the emotions boiled into one. You're nauseous. You're like everything, and then you get to play, and then it's the best thing in the world.
Sorry.
Does that feelings ever get better? Do you get used to it? Or is it before every show the same thing? You know it's going to happen, but you
For me,
can't
it-
help it?
For me, it is before every show. I want to puke a little. I feel nervous, and then as soon as I get on stage, I don't feel as nervous.
Then it's
It's
Jordan
just before.
Redcage. So Conrad gets nauseous and Jordan
waiting-
Redcage just jams.
Waiting, that sucks. Waiting sucks for anything, I guess.
Yeah, true. Waiting sucks. Waiting
Yeah.
really sucks. So who writes your material? Do all of you write, or is it one specific person?
Now we try and write everything that has been written since we started as the members that we know now, especially the three that's on the podcast now. We try and write everything together, even though sometimes it would start with one person writing an idea, or I would write some lyrics and then we would go from there. But mostly we try and finish the songs together, where we have inputs on all the different things that go into the song. But with lyrics, it's mostly I write most of the lyrics, and then Brandon and Kyle have also written lyrics, and our previous drummer also wrote some lyrics. So
Yeah, it's a joint effort basically.
Yeah. I also heard that you guys, your album is 22 songs. Would you care to explain what the songs mean? Like every song, like I know Kyle explained. Why are you laughing? I know Kyle explained.
Because you're like, so we heard you guys have an album of 22 songs. Would you care to explain? Like, how dare you put 22 songs on an album?
No,
Very powerful. We used it 12.
Explain yourself.
what I meant was, you put me off track. Fuck you, Kyle. What I meant was, like, I know the song "I'm a Boy," very weird, like lyrics and lives. Like, what the what? And this, like, one of your songs ends like "I'm leaving." Where are you leaving to?
I can answer most of that. First of all, when I leave, I'm just trying to scene because I'm a diva, and sometimes I just have to get out of the room and make a point of getting out of the room. But then I come back like 30 seconds later with coffee. I'm a Boy on the surface would sound like a very masculine song, but it's actually quite the opposite. It's a guy saying that he doesn't understand women at all, and that all that he knows is how to act like a man, and it took a woman for him to see what that is like. So on the surface it sounds way more masculine, but it's actually just a like you guys would know, like a 14, 15-year-old guy that does not understand women at all. Not like it changes when you get older, but it's worse when you're young.
No.
And then I think with Lives, it's just a story about what lives are really like. Like when you watch a soap opera and no one swears, that's fake, because like normal people swear. And Lives is just like a take on that. It's like a pretty song, but it's a real song. Like some people do have had choices made for them that they would otherwise not have done. So yeah, it's just a take on people's lives.
I love the song "I'm a Boy." Like, ask Kyle, yo, and Lives. Thank you for those songs.
Yeah, let's hope people like it too when it comes out.
They better well cut their throats. I'm joking.
Yo,
You're violent.
I'm editing this, so I'm keeping that in.
Please. Okay, so I've got a question for you guys. It's during the lockdown, since the lockdown started and the COVID, how has this affected you guys? And have you used that downtime to be creative? And what did you do to cope? I mean, because you can't do live shows, and that is what you guys like. I mean, that's what you live for, and now suddenly you can't do that. What kind of impact did it have on you, and what did you guys do to survive the first 365 days? We're over that now, but I mean...
Well, let's start with Brandon, because he lives in Bloemfontein.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's
actually it took
well,
a big toll on me because I was working in Pretoria and living there for three years, and I just suddenly lost both my jobs. Can you believe that? And I had to move back to my hometown, which is Bloemfontein. So that pretty much said goodbye to all of the practice times and the live shows, because now if we do live shows, we have to try and figure out how to put 3 shows or 4 shows in 1 week or 2 weeks to make it worth one trip. So I just come up for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I go back down instead of just driving like every second week up and down, because that's also like impossible, because over here I also am struggling to find a job thanks to COVID. So I think from my side it took a really big hit. But hopefully the album will bring our online presence up to speed, which is actually what we really need to get noticed in the more important places, the places that can really give us opportunities.
Yes, and then can fund the lifestyle. I mean, that is ultimately where you guys are going, is to get funded to do what you love.
Exactly,
I think it's expensive, like for all the travels and food and everything, and you don't necessarily have family down here you can live with, so you always need to make sure before you come down and everything.
Yeah, the lucky thing is that I always live with Conrad, but because we don't make a lot of money on shows, it basically comes out of my pocket. And if there's extra cash lying around where Kyle or Conrad and someone can help out with, that's always great. But that's why I try to keep the driving back and forth to a minimum.
It's understandable. And you, Conrad? I'm sorry, Jordan.
For me, I was really down at the first part of the thing, and then I got good again in the middle, and then I got really down again, and then I got busy. So I'm just like trying to be busy, arts and crafts, doing stuff like that, little ideas for the band going forward. But the main thing, I guess for me, is I'm a very emotional writer. I have to be inspired by something, by a story or by a moment. And the last thing that I want to do is write about COVID, write about the current state of the world, because that's the only thing that I have on their minds. And I don't want to do that. But in order for me to write about something else, I need experiences. So currently, we're not writing new stuff as opposed to just trying to fix everything for the launch, make sure that everything's ready. And then, because I told them we already have enough material for the second album, we just need to finish it. I don't want to start writing new stuff and then we have a backlog of music and then it gets old before we even have a chance to play it. So in order to keep it fresh, we're just focusing on the now, I guess.
That's good, staying positive.
And Kylie?
And Mr. Botha?
With the COVID thing, it was obviously super tough because, like Brandon actually mentioned, like the main avenue how we kind of like make money as a band is it's not with merch necessarily or the songs that we record and stuff, like it's mainly just the live stuff. So when COVID kind of like took its toll on that, it kind of like put all of our other production stuff to a stop, like the merch, because we can't print merch if we don't have money, and the way we make money is by live shows. So when that wasn't an option, we kind of like had to swallow that very difficult pill to swallow, to kind of like accept the realization that, listen, we're not going to be playing a lot of shows, we're not going to be making money at all, so we kind of have to make do with what we've got, and what we've got is an entire unfinished album, that's just sitting and just waiting to be like finished. So when I finally had the time in the world to just sit behind this computer of mine in the studio and with the rest of the guys to kind of just finish this album, that was what was kind of like keeping me on the go. And what I actually would say, I don't want to speak on behalf of the band, but I think that was what kept the band kind of like going as well, motivational wise, because like we've been sending tracks to the group chat like almost every day of like tracks being finished. From me personally, it was kind of like a weird realization, because I never actually thought about like how would these tracks sound if they actually started to get finished? I knew about these tracks, and obviously we've been playing them live, but I never thought to myself how cool it would feel to kind of like just sit back in this chair, press play, and just listen like from the start, track 1 all the way through to track 22, and how that would kind of like make you feel emotionally, because this is your product that we wrote, we recorded everything, we did everything by ourselves, no extra help outside or anything like that. So sitting and listening to that and knowing that, yes, okay, cool, we don't have any live shows to go play, but we've got this huge kind of like product that comes from the deepest depths of our hearts, from our band to like the rest of the people. We just can't wait to release that. And I think that's when we realized that we just kind of like worked on that, and then from there we just really want to release it and just see what everybody thinks.
I mean, it's made me cry more than once, and like I'm usually a very harsh judge on anything. You can ask the guys as well. Like, I'm very hard to please, even when it's my own stuff. I've gotten emotional so many times from tracks that Kyle sent me that it's hard to realize, to take yourself out of that place and to realize this is you. You did this. This is your work that we all put together, and to make it and then to listen to it, it kind of takes you out of the you part where you always look at yourself as being flawed or whatever. But this is really something that I would stand behind 100%. I don't care what anyone else thinks.
Agreed.
To me, this is everything.
That was very pretty. That was nice. This is going to be my last question. If you could have the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Listen to our album.
Is that all you want to say? 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I don't know. I'll take 1 second to say listen to our album, and then I'll take the rest of the 29 seconds to just play them whatever song I think would be the best way to sell them. It's like an elevator pitch.
Play like however much it works out to 22 seconds and play everything.
1 second.
Okay, 30 seconds. Wow, that's the whole world. I think I will say that everyone should really stop taking life so seriously, and also including themselves. Stop taking yourself too seriously. Really make the best out of each situation. Sounds like a motivational speech, but really, like, if you're gonna look at the negative points, you're just letting time go by. It's time you're never gonna get back, and you're gonna end up being less happy than what you could have been in those moments. So just take it as it comes. You know, if you have to, make a joke of it, but enjoy everything. Like, it's really, life is too short, and that's a cliche, but sometimes, you know, cliche has its root in truth.
I would say people should stop being dicks, like, especially people that have power and are in a position to be listened to, especially them should stop being fucking dicks, and then the rest of the people should just like appreciate each other and love each other, and no one should fuck with each other. And then, yes, listen to our album. And then also, if there's 10 seconds left, I would like to quickly tell you the perfect way to make an egg. First of all, you need really fresh.
Okay, Kyle?
I already said listen to the album. I have nothing profound to say. I've worked my ass off on this
29
I've worked my ass off on this goddamn album, and they will listen to all I will promote. Listen to the goddamn Joy Club Cassidy Cassidy album.
That's the thing.
You know what? That I'll take 30 seconds just saying that entire goddamn speech and convincing them to listen to the album. No, I don't know. I think I'll pretty much say exactly the same as what Brandon and Conrad said. Just everybody should kind of like take into consideration that you're not the only person on this planet. And then also the more important thing is what Brandon said, don't take everything too crazy serious. Obviously there's a time and place for everything, of course. Like obviously if there's a time to be serious, be serious. If there's a time not to be serious, just be happy. Find pleasure in the small things, in all the small things. And then obviously, I think if you just take it day by day, that's really going to be the catalyst for just being a lot happier every day. if you just take it day by day and just deal with the scenario as it comes, it's going to be a lot smoother. And then also, it gets a lot easier if you listen to our album whilst doing all of that.
That is really true. The other day I had back problems, then I listened to the album and suddenly I could fly for 10 seconds. So I'm just saying.
Wow. I'll be listening. I'm scared of heights, so no.
Mr. Arts.
That's nice.
That is love
so
for the album right there. That's love for the album.
Hit the heart button.
Hit the like.
Oh.
Hit the heart button, and Trump will say China.
China.
I just want to say thank you for you guys for joining us on this podcast and just being an awesome band because I love Joy Club Cassidy. I think I'm one of your biggest fans and I can't wait to see your next live show. Please go like and subscribe to this video.
Sure.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
For having us. Super fun.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I just want to say thanks for having us.
Oh.
I just want to say.
Conrad.
Hey, it's Kyle.
2020 time.